Conversations with EMU is a new initiative by the Education Media Unit which aims to keep the general public abreast of the changes, events, and issues that are occurring in our schools and throughout the education sector. Teachers are often referred to as heroes. However, it is my belief that teachers are more than heroes. They are hero makers. This episode calls to adventure the newly appointed principals, deputies, their plans, and vision. Travel with me to the west and leap into the precise movement of Mrs. Danisha Williams, principal at the Bronte Primary School, home of the Tigers. Good day. We are here at the Bronte Primary School with newly appointed principal, Miss Danisha Williams. Miss Williams, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, good morning. I am Danisha Williams, the new principal for Bronte Primary School. I have been teaching for 17 years. I am extremely happy for this opportunity.
As the newly appointed principal, how would you, in one sentence, describe your vision for the school?
My vision for the school is to foster a caring community school which aims to develop well-adjusted individuals who will strive to achieve their full potential in a dynamic and supportive environment.
That's a wonderful vision. I know that you said you have been a teacher for 18 years thereabout. How important it is for a staff and the principal to have a good relationship, and how do you plan to improve that relationship between yourself and your staff?
Principal and staff relationship is very critical. Therefore, I will build strong staff relationship with being respectful, supportive, and by trusting the staff as professionals. I will have an open door policy where my staff will feel comfortable and free to come and express any ideas, concerns, ways to improve the school.
Ms. Williams, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to sit and speak with us on Conversations with EMU. We wish you all the best in your future development as principal.
Thank you.
Activate your speed as we journey to Taiwan Primary School, the land of Pink Panthers, and bear witness to the words and vision of Mr. Javan Cannonier. And we're here at the Taiwan Primary School with Mr. Javan Cannonier, the newly appointed principal. Mr. Cannonier, give us a brief insight about yourself.
My name is Javan Cannonier, as Ms. Hartley alluded to. I have been educating for some 10 years, or more than 10 years actually. I believe that knowledge is the greatest gift to be imparted, and I love the whole idea of being with children on a daily basis.
How would you, in one sentence, describe your vision for your school?
My vision for the Taiwan Primary School is quite simple, really. It is to ensure a positively enriching environment. Additionally, to impart the highest quality of education. People are of the notion that knowledge is only imparted within a classroom or within the classroom confines, but knowledge can be imparted through social interaction, such as play, communication, and also discovery learning.
That's wonderful, and that's the truth. We know that when it comes to children and learning, we have children on different ability levels, children with different behavioral issues, which brings me to my next question. As a principal, how would you handle a child that has behavioral issues?
Truth and in fact, sometimes the behavioral issues are reflective of what transpires in the home. So you have to listen to the child, understand their perspective, and then you can gather your thoughts and then make an informed decision. in terms of the punishment for that particular child. We don't simply just beat for beating's sake. That is within that is now in the draconian era. We have alternative means of punishment. That doesn't mean that we go there immediately.
Thank you, Mr. Cannonier, for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit with us on Conversations with EMU. It is our hope that you succeed in your newly appointed position.
Thank you.
And we have more engagement with the principal at Keon Primary School. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Rising to action is Mr. Damon Bacchus, principal, and his second deputy, Mr. Dalton Esdale from the Bastia High School. Stormers! And we are here with the principal at Bastia High School, Mr. Damon Bacchus. Mr. Bacchus, for our listening audience, give us a brief insight about yourself.
Well, I'm a champion by heart. I would have attended the Bastia High School from 3rd to 5th form, and then I began teaching at the Bastia High School in 2007, so it was about 15 years I've been at the Bastia High School in various capacities. I would have served on the inter-school team, student advisor for the Intera Club, management team, year head, and the list goes on. So I am bleeding blue and gold, as they say.
As you would have said, you have been here for 15 years or more, and you are a champion by heart.
Correct.
How would you, in one sentence, describe your vision for your alma mater?
Well, I want Bastia High School to be a school of excellence. We're a champion school, but we need to show that more in our academics and in our extracurricular activities. I want to see an expansion of the TVET program to allow more students to have an opportunity at finishing school with life skills that they can translate into the world of work, whether it is by becoming entrepreneurs or becoming very employable by other persons. So that is my ultimate goal, that when a student leaves Bastia High School, they're prepared for life.
Piggybacking on what you said about the students leaving and they are well-rounded and suited for society, share with us 2 critical things you would implement in your school to accelerate growth and ensure every child is learning.
Well, one thing I think is to build capacity amongst teachers. I think we have to empower teachers so that when they go in the classroom, they're able to deliver, not just necessarily academically, but that they have the students' welfare at heart. So if we are pouring in from a teacher's perspective, academically, and a genuine concern for students' growth, I think that will help to build students. And then from an academic point of view, we have to reward students a bit more, not just those who finish at the top of the class, but if we see incremental improvements in students, then we need to acknowledge that as well. And I think that will drive excellence within the school.
In an attempt to revive sports and get the enthusiasts back to where we were before the pandemic, they would have held recently the Giant Malt Relay Festival and cheerleading competition. It's well noted that BHS championed the cheerleading competition, and they would have placed second in the Relay Festival. How does that tie into what your visions are, where it relates to accelerating school growth in terms of spirit, school spirit, and pride in the blue and gold?
I want to say congratulations to the teachers, parents, and students, of course, for bringing that championship. We're three-peat champions, not just champions in cheerleading, but three-peat champions. And then we would have brought second. We weren't able to defend our track and field relay championship, but we came second. Very valiant efforts, and I want to commend them. We can't only speak about championship in terms of words. There must be evidence of that, and so I am elated that at the beginning of the year we spoke about being a champion school and we were able to deliver. So this would hopefully inspire other students to give up their best whenever they're representing the blue and gold.
Good day, we are here with Mr. Esdale, the former deputy of the Keon High School. He has been redeployed to Bastia High School. Mr. Esdale, tell us a little more about yourself.
My name is Dalton Esdale. I'm a teacher for 25 years. I specifically taught at Bastille High for 16 years. I left. I was transferred in 2017 and I worked at other high schools. I work in many other capacities as department head for mathematics, year head, choir director, sports coordinator, the whole nine yards. So I'm been around the block. My last position was deputy principal for Cairn High School, and now we deployed to Bastille High School.
So, I guess based on your experience, how can you, in your capacity as deputy principal at Bastille High School, assist the principal or support the principal?
Based on my expertise, I'm willing and I'm able to support the school in the sporting arena, whatever sporting activities they will have. I'll give lend my support and my experience in those areas, specifically basketball, track and field. And also, in terms of academics, this is my alma mater, and I want Bastille High to remain, not get on top, to remain on top. So I'm going to bring that level of expertise there to keep the subjects and the teachers doing what they have to do, and then we get back and stay on top.
Thank you. And we do wish you all the best in your endeavors at the Bastille High School, and enjoy the rest of the school year.
Thank you very much.
Conversations with EMU will be back after this short break.
Snack time.
Munch, munch, are you looking for a healthy kind of crunch, crunch? Something tasty just before or after lunch, lunch, but you don't have the time. There's no need to cook me cause I'm mature and fine. Just eat me fresh, and you will get energized. Just eat me fresh, and we will wake up your mind. Just eat me fresh, and we will slim you with lines. Just eat me fresh. Go eat some veggies, go eat some fruits. The snack is healthy, and tasty too. Go eat some veggies, go eat some fruits. The snack is healthy, and tasty too.
Soar as a falcon over the Cairn High School. Witness Mr. Maurice Benjamin, Principal, and Mr. Gavin Blake, Deputy, as they dive into the task at hand. Our conversation continues with the newly appointed principal at the Cairn High School. Mr. Benjamin, tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I am Maurice Benjamin. I am actually from Lodge Village, so I am not a stranger to the community here. I would have started teaching at my school in 1990 and returned in 94 and left in 2008, July. So I have been, you can say, I was with my school for 18 years, my alma mater that is. I would have then been transferred elsewhere, and then afterwards to Sadler Secondary School, I became deputy principal in 2015. Then I became principal of the Bastille High School in 2016 until December of 2022.
Wow, a wealth of experience in administration within the secondary schools. With that said, how would you, in one sentence, describe your vision for Cairn High School?
As the motto says, that we are not dealing with quantity, we're dealing with quality. So I would wish to have quality educated students, not just books and learning. Education is not just what we teach them academically, but the extracurricular aspects. So I want quality students doing quality work, becoming quality citizens to serve their nation when they would have become adults.
That sounds wonderful. It is imperative that the stakeholders of education and the administration in schools get along. How can you, as principal, improve the communication between your school and the parents of the students here?
Well, what we have done is that we have broadcast chats by forms, and we also have a general broadcast chat, WhatsApp chat. So we correspond and communicate frequently with parents. Any issue in first form chat, we put that in the first form chat. General parent matters, general PTA chat. Then we also have our Facebook page that we send out information to frequently.
So technology has been playing
Yes, it has. Correct.
Mr. Benjamin, it was a pleasure having you on Conversations with EMU, and we wish you all the best at your alma mater and much success in your new post at Keon High School.
And I thank you all for coming at this time. It's essential that persons know who the new administrators are and get a brief synopsis of what they intend to do and, find out who they are. Thanks much for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You would have already heard from the principal, Mr. Maurice Benjamin, and now we're here with the newly appointed deputy principal, Mr. Gavin Blake. Mr. Blake, tell our audience about yourself.
All right. Well, my name is Gavin Blake, and I started teaching in 2004. Pursued higher education for a few years shortly after that. And when I came back to the Federation of St. Kitts, I was placed at Keon High, and ever since I'm here, And at Keon High, I served as year head for a bit, year head for fourth form and second form, and also the head of the business and technology department. And during that time at this institution, I also would have acquired my diploma in secondary education at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, partnering with University of the West Indies, Cave Hill, Barbados.
You have noted that you have some experience in managerial administrative positions in this institution. How will your position at this post, how can you support the principal and contribute to develop the vision and the direction of the whole school?
Right, so the principal and I, so far, we work very closely, we collaborate very closely as I support him. And I try to assist him when it comes to the management and the leadership of the school, and when it comes to disciplinary measures, basically just to enhance the whole teaching and learning experience for both teachers and students, to make it very enjoyable at the same time.
What are your ideas about and experience in improving the quality of teaching?
Right, so I believe that preparation for classes is key, right? Because students sense if you are not prepared, and basically infusing technology within the classrooms. And when I was in the classroom, I would always make my classes and my lessons very exciting, to captivate the students, make it very enjoyable. And sometimes the time elapses and the students are so glued to the lesson, and they don't want to leave. So I find that making the classes so interesting and intriguing, making it fun, that would actually improve the whole teaching and learning experience even more.
Wonderful answer. Mr. Blake, on behalf of Education Media Unit, we would like to thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to sit with us on Conversations with EMU. We wish you all the best in your new post, and have a wonderful school term.
All right, thank you. All right.
Most welcome. Dance with us and allow our gate to transport you to the Tyrrell Williams Primary School, the Dragon's Lair, as we converse with Miss Tuvia Brown, Deputy Principal. Good day. We are here at Tyrrell Williams with the newly appointed deputy, Miss Thuvia Brown. Miss Brown, tell us a bit about yourself.
Good morning. My name is Thuvia Brown. I am from the Old Road area. I have been teaching now for 28 years, and teaching is a passion for me. Seeing persons excel is what drives me to be motivated to come to work and to see students achieving their desired goals. So yes, I'm a teacher.
As deputy principal, how will you support the principal and contribute to develop the vision and direction of the whole school?
Well, as deputy principal, it is my aim and desire to create that further partnership with the principal. I am going to be her right hand. I am going to be someone who she can call on in times of need when we are in a position of, say, conflict with students, parents, teachers. I am going to be there, and we are going to work together because we are about inclusion and not exclusion.
You've noted that you have been a teacher for 28 years, and you would have had some experiences that only you alone can speak about. As deputy, what would you do if you notice a teacher was not following the school's policies?
Well, with this post, I am going to first have a conversation with that teacher. Listen to the teacher. Then speak to the teacher, and not just speak but provide solutions so as to help the teacher become a better person. For example, we are all humans and we come to work with different baggages, but we got to learn to separate the professional from the personal. And so I would give them a little guidance as how he or she can go about doing that. Because if we stick to our school's motto, striving for academic and moral excellence, then it is not just about us. It can't just be about the staff, be it teachers or auxiliary. It has to also be about persons, seeing people for who they are and how we could get them to become better. And so I won't approach it to cause further conflict, but then I would listen to the teacher, make suggestions, and then have another conference with the principal so that we can together work at a solution to help the teacher.
Ms. Brown, it was wonderful having this conversation with you, and I would wish you all the best in your new post, and follow up on your development as the school year progresses. Once again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Before we close this episode of Conversations with EMU, let us travel to a small community on the east and visit Mrs. Chantal Billinghurst Rogers, Deputy Principal at the Violet Petty Primary School. We are here at the Violet Petty Primary School with Mrs. Billinghurst Rogers. Mrs. Rogers, give us a brief introduction about yourself.
I have been an educator for almost 20 years, and I am thrilled to be here at the Violet Petty Primary School.
How will you support the principal and contribute to develop the vision and the direction for the whole school?
As you know, Lodge is a very small community, very intimate, and so as the deputy, along with my principal, we are working expeditiously on trying to bridge the gap between what happens in the home and what happens at the school. We are reaching out into the community. We are trying to find some common grounds with our parents. As you know, education begins at home. Parents are the first teachers. So we just want to make sure that what is happening at school is also in sync with what is happening at home so that we can bring our students further ahead.
You would have explained earlier that you have at least 20 years experience in the teaching profession, and I would assume this would be your first experience as an administrator
Yes.
outside of the classroom.
Yes.
Wonderful. How will you establish yourself as deputy head within this institution?
Firstly, as a deputy, I believe that our presence should be felt and seen. We should not be viewed as someone in charge, but more of a peer. As I said earlier, it's all about team building here. So it's assisting where I can, providing support to the teachers, not only the teachers, but the auxiliary staff as well. In areas where my principal might not be able to perform, I should be the one that can assist her there to lighten up the load a little bit.
Mrs. Billinghurst Rogers, thank you for taking your time from your busy marking, from your grading to speak with us on Conversations with EMU. Do have a wonderful day.
Same to you. Thank you for coming.
The Ministry of Education extends congratulations to every member of staff who has exhibited exemplary dedication and commitment to the education sector. Your significant accomplishments are testimony that there is no limit to those who are passionate about the advancement of others. There would have been many challenges along the way, but they gave you the opportunity to expand your skills and to earn your approval as an extraordinary educator, intuitive and innovative in your delivery. Congrats on your promotion.